Hey everybody, Fred McKinnon with eBusiness Online here, and I get asked this question all the time. I want to talk about a hack that I've used to help offset the problem of constantly having your products buy box suppressed on Amazon due to the competitive price scraping. If you're not familiar with that, Amazon's always taking a look at your product and what you're selling your product for, and then they're looking at other marketplaces like Walmart, Target, Costco, Sam's Club, eBay, throw in whatever, Publix.com for grocery stuff. But they're looking at other big major retailers, big marketplaces, not just third party marketplaces, though, but like big other retail sites, Wayfair, for example. They're looking, and if they see that the same product is being sold on another competing website at a better price, then they will suppress your buy box availability on Amazon. Doesn't mean you can't sell it, but essentially you're no longer in the buy box. Somebody has to dig down into other buying options to actually find you there. Your ads can't run. It's a real problem. It may as well be a dead listing when you're no buy box at all. So this happens all the time. Typically, you find out you're not in the buy box and you go and you look at Amazon and it'll say the reason you're not in the buy box is because there's a lower price somewhere else. And it sometimes takes a lot of work to figure it out. Where is it? Where is it? And what we started to find out is that sometimes we have a product, a physical product that is 100% physically exclusive only to Amazon. It's never sold anywhere else. Yet we were still having this problem over and over where Amazon would insist that that physical product was being sold on some other website at a cheaper price. And we're like, well, it can't be. We don't believe that because basically we control that inventory 100%. So started digging into this, and this is what I found out kind of about this issue is that Amazon not only compares price against price, but they'll price scrape actually at unit count, for example, by the ounce. So if you have a product that is sold by the ounce or by the pound or by the case pack, by the multi-pack, by unit count, something like that, Amazon will actually break their competitive price scraping down way beyond what we're used to knowing, and not just the one price, but they'll break it down into the individual unit pricing. So, for example, if you have something that's $19.99, it'll say X dollars per ounce or X number of cents per ounce. That is very important because then if there's a smaller size of that product being sold on a different website, at a different price, and the price per ounce or the price per pound or the price per gram, or let's say it's a 6-pack of a product, the price per unit is better on the competing website, that will still cause a buy box suppression on Amazon, even though it might be a different size variation completely. And so, yeah, it's a real pain in the butt. And one of the ways we figured out how to get around that is by, and it doesn't always work, but having it so that Amazon does not recognize your product as being a product where it is sold by a unit count, like an ounce or a pack or a pound or a gram or something like that. We want Amazon to see your product as just one physical unit being sold at a fixed price and not being able to say it's sold at $19.99, which equates to $1.63 per ounce. We don't want that $1.63 per ounce because then they're going to be price scraping at the price per ounce all across all these marketplaces. All right, so let me share my screen. This doesn't always work, but let's just see. I'm in a flat file here, and depending on the category that you're in, this flat file might look different. And these flat files get updated and changed all the time. But it's a real simple little hack, and it doesn't always work. But if you finagle with it enough, if you constantly upload it enough, a combination of uploading it via flat file into Amazon versus also trying to edit the values directly inside of Amazon, inside your managed inventory. The main thing you want to manipulate is here in the unit count sections and the unit count type. So for example, typically, let's say we're talking about a 36 count or a 16 ounce a 16-ounce jar of gummy worms. Okay. So typically for unit count type, you would have ounce, and then this would be 16. All right. So that's going to just, and it's a jar. That's going to display on Amazon as a 16-ounce jar, and it's going to take the price and it's going to divide it by 16 ounces, and it's going to give you a price per ounce. All right. And then that price per ounce has to be the best available price per ounce compared to all other marketplaces, even though, like this particular variation, if we're talking about gummy bears, we got a jar of gummy bears, and it's a 1 pound jar. Or actually, let's make that a 32 ounce. A 32 ounce, which is the package is 2 pounds. All right. So under package weight, 2 pounds, under package weight unit of measure, it's a pound. So that would equate to a 32 ounce item. So if we're going to sell that for 20 bucks, and it's 32 ounce, we're going to divide 32 into 20, tell us what the price per ounce really is. That's where our problem is. So what you have to do is you got to take your item and you have to convert it to being one single count. Okay. So when you do that and you upload it and it actually gets accepted, which always doesn't get accepted, you have to do it multiple times sometimes. Try to upload it with the UPC code as your identifier. If that doesn't work, try to upload it with the ASIN as your identifier until you can get it to stick. All right. When you get it to stick, it often takes up to 24 hours before the product detail page updates. The way you will know that it's updated is when you go and you look at your buy box, or if your buy box suppressed, you go to more buying choices, and when you click on more buying choices, you can see your offer, and you can see that the price is displayed with the main price, and then right under the price it would say X per ounce or X per gram, X per pack, X per unit, something like that. When this updates on the back end and it populates to the front end, it's no longer going to have that verbiage on it. It's just going to say $20. It's not going to say $20 and then underneath it $1.20 per ounce or something like that. That's going to be gone. At that point, Amazon is now seeing your item as a one count individual unit. They're not seeing it as something they can divide by the ounce or by the gram or by the case pack quantity or anything like that. Once that happens, typically you're within 24 to 48 hours of your competitive price scraping algorithm removing that and giving you back your buy box. But it's tough because, like, a lot of times, whatever you choose under container type here, like if you choose hub, it may not allow you to have count. These fields validate off themselves sometimes, and not like bucket is letting me do that. All right, so here it is. I had it on jar. Item form. This is the one that really validates. Okay, so like let's say that it was a bar. Okay, it allowed me to choose count. Let's say powder. Seems like when you do powder, it won't let you do count. It won't validate. But right now on this one, it's letting me validate no matter what I use. Paste. But what I found is if you possible, just don't populate that field at all. Okay. Or upload it, get an error, go into Seller Central, fix things up a little bit there, save it, come back. Sometimes it lets you save it, sometimes it won't. Bottom line is it rarely happens in one flat file upload. You have to go back and forth with it. But the end game to get this price per ounce, price per gram, competitive price scraping thing to go away, the best thing to do is to convert it here so that it's showing as a unit count instead of a price per ounce or something like that. Hopefully this helps. Get asked this all the time. I see this all the time. I see it happen, and I just got asked about it today by some colleagues on an e-commerce channel that I subscribe to. So I've been saying for a while I was going to make a video and show people how to do this because I get asked about it a lot. I hope this helps. It's early 2024. Don't know how long this hack will work. but it's been very effective for us. So yeah, man, I hope that helps, and hope that it'll empower you. If it does help, I'd be honored and blessed if you chose to subscribe to this YouTube channel, eBusiness Online, and let us know. Thanks.